official.
You win.
You win. I win. We all won. How's everybody doing out there, man? We are living life. We are here. We are straight up. I'm waiting for Steve. I was supposed to be on here with Steve. So shout outs to B-Boy Steve Zoo. He's somewhere out here. He's going to join us in a few minutes. So before he gets here, we need everybody to please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. It is easy. It is free. We have a few topics to get into today. We're going to talk about VeveArcade. That's right. We are going to talk about VeveArcade. That is our Sunday show. We're going to talk about Elmon X. Just to talk about Elmon next, just a little bit. We're going to talk about the Veve logos. We're going to ask Steve his favorite top 3 Marvel Mighties, and we're going to go into the Veve feed. But first, I'm going to go check out this survey. Ooh, because I'm trying to get one of the 20 collectibles. Make some noise. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I got the sound effects, man. I don't even sweat. That's right. That's right. What if I get a Mermicorno? Oh, that'll be fresh. What if I get a partner statue? Oh, have they told us what we would get for free or what kind of gift or what kind of... Oh, there he is, the man of the hour. We got him in the building. Make some noise for Steve Zoo in the building.
What is up, everybody?
How you feeling, Steve? How you feeling?
I'm doing wonderful, Arcade. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I'm doing fabulous. I'm doing great. I woke up today. I did some yard work. I started the airdrops. Everybody got their Minnie Mouse. Make some noise. That's right. That's right. Now, as soon as we get off, I'm going to start airdropping the 2099. I got a Dr. Doom, and I got a very nice original that I want to show off to everybody. Ooh.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited.
All right, so I'm going to talk to you, Steve, and pretend that nobody is watching.
Yeah, ain't nobody here. It's just me and you, Arcade.
I'm just going to talk to you like we talk about, like, because me and you talk all the time off of, obviously, personally, because we know each other personally.
Yeah.
So I'm going to talk to you just like I would talk to you on a regular day basis, man.
Let's do it.
So, VeveArcade. You remember how we were talking about the subscription tiers?
Yeah.
Originally, I was going to connect the VeveArcade, the Kid Arcade NFT, to the YouTube channel directly.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's going to be a little difficult. So what do you think about this? What do you think? I was going to have 3 different tier subscriptions and give each one different perks, you know?
Okay.
And I don't want to talk about what the perks are, but instead of that, should I just focus on the Kid Arcade project and the NFT and just have one tier for YouTube just to help, just to support the channel?
So based on what we were talking about yesterday, I feel like one of the things that we need to discuss is like I always say, I'm a huge fan of reverse engineering.
Yeah.
I feel like we need to talk about like what's like the top goal, like, you know, like what are you really aiming at, and what is the ideal situation? And as we create whatever that ideal situation is, then we can begin to be like, well, what do we need one step before that? What's required for us to make that final step? And then we can start taking one step back from each step that we're on, so that we can find out how many steps away are we to where we are now. So like when I think about it, like I think it's normal that people have multiple levels of subscriptions. Not everyone's going to have the finances. Some people may not have the same amount of dedication, but they want to contribute, but they're not like all in on it. So I feel like having multiple tiers of subscriptions is something that we should aim for.
I love that.
But we have to figure out like how, at what level. It's like there should be like, you know, the intro level where it's, I'm just throwing numbers out. I don't know how realistic this is or whatever it is, but you know, like you need 1 Kid Arcade. That's like the minimum. You got a Kid Arcade and you get the regular airdrops, you get shout outs, whatever it may be.
Right.
3 Kid Arcades. You get a shout out every show. When you do the Sunday shows, like maybe you're on the secret wheel, you get a little piece. If you have 5 arcades, when we do live events, you could be a sponsor. Like you'll be on the flyer or whatever promo is put out to help promote you and to show your level of dedication and our gratitude for your commitment to the project.
Yeah, and I do agree with you with that. I think that we need to aim for that. And I think that, you know what my thing was? My thing was that I wanted to start off a 3 tier today.
Mhm.
Not today, but I mean, as soon as, but in my mind, I'm just, in the last 24 hours, is because I have a video already edited. It's a 13-minute video.
Mhm.
It's long. And I'm breaking down Kid Arcade, VeveArcade, what it is. And you know what? I felt like it was overcomplicated.
I think it's overcomplicated a lot of times because, for the most part, a lot of this is just coming straight out of your head.
Yeah.
So I feel like sometimes, like when we have these conversations, it's like these are things that need to be happen, so you can kind of uh, like refine the idea
Mm-hmm.
without being overcrowded. Because I respect what you do as an artist, and I've told you I'll be a part of this project to the very end. I think you're going to be an amazing artist, and that's the only reason I ever uh, stuck around, because I feel like I see your determination and drive to make this project an amazing thing, and so I want to be a part of it and help contribute in any way I can. Um, so I feel that as we progress through the steps of growth for this project, it's it's still trying to not finalize the top idea, but we have to discuss like what's the best situation, not only for like the Kid Arcade project, but for the people that are part of the Kid Arcade community. Like, what's the best situation that we can give? Now, I know that not everyone's gonna like everything, and it's not gonna always fit everyone's criteria perfectly. So there's always gonna be some pushback on anything you do, regardless if you do good or bad or whatever. There's always gonna be a little bit of pushback. So it's about minimizing our pushback while progressing in our steps forward. So we have to figure out, how do we make this project even better? And I feel like you do a lot for the community. I'm thoroughly entertained by all the all the streams all the time. Um, I think that's always a good thing because you give people a positive energy, and I think a lot of times that's something that people always recognize is when someone's sincere and they give you positive energy. Two, you are consistent, so it's easier for me to listen to someone once I become like fall into the groove of things and start listening to people regularly, because then it kind of like falls into my schedule. So I feel like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's scheduling. It's what are we gonna really provide? What utility are these arcades gonna provide people? And how much fun are they really gonna have with this? Like
That's
ultimately,
the key.
that's what we're trying to provide people with, is a good time,
A good time, yeah.
energy, and everybody wants it, but a little bit of utility also.
Right,
That it
right, right.
never hurts to get something that gets you something else later.
Right, right. Yeah, and I think I'm on the same page, and I'm totally with it. I think that first and foremost, I want it to be fun. I want everybody to come and have a good time,
Mm.
right? I do know that there's people that want to support the channel and support what we got going on, but I also don't want to. I think that to start it off, I'm just gonna have one tier, and it's gonna be really basic, like 99, 199. I don't know, just whatever's cheap,
Mhm.
and then as the months go on, we start to develop something. Then we start creating tiers as we start, because I feel like for the Kid Arcade holders, I would want to give you guys more perks doing Sunday show. So there's a few things that I'm gonna bring into the game this Sunday. We're gonna have speed run, and speed run is gonna be 15 minutes
Mhm.
of that 1 hour, because we usually go on for an hour. We stay an hour and a half.
Mhm.
So we're gonna do 15 minutes, and these are gonna be fast paced questions.
Ah.
And if you're a Kid Arcade holder, then you get double the points for those questions. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
um, the second perk, and I've been wanting to focus more on the Kid Arcade holders, because I started creating these YouTube tiers, and I started pricing them, and then I was like, wait a minute, I want to go back. I want to slow down a little bit, go back and give all the Kid Arcade holders more perks in the game, and let's see how that goes in the next month or two. And if everything's smooth, then we create YouTube subscriptions to complicate things. But I felt like it was really complicated, so I had to like step back for a second and just slow it down. Slow it down.
Slow down. I agree. I think that moving forward, that we need to. I would prefer to move slowly and correctly then quickly and end up in a position that I cannot back out of, or
Right.
promising things that you can't deliver, and then people will be like, you know, start flooding the project and be like, oh, Arcade's a rug pull and blah blah blah. I mean, I don't think anyone's really gonna say that, but in reality, there's always gonna be somebody out there who's unhappy with whatever you give them. You can give them free stuff and they still gonna hate. You'll be like, oh man, this guy gave me this free thing. This ain't worth it. And why'd you take it?
I'm gonna take everybody's money. I'm gonna get plastic surgery, and you guys are never gonna see me again, yo. That's gonna happen, no cap. And when it does happen, you're like, yo, what's Arcade? I don't know. Oh, did you guys check out this new YouTube channel? His name's Jesse, and it's gonna be me with a looking like a woman. All right. So okay. I don't want to get caught up in the Kid Arcade project, but you're somebody that I really do talk to a lot about it. And before I do things, I try to run it by you. And sometimes I jump the gun, and then when I talk to you, I pull things back. And I had this video that I've been hesitating to drop, and it hasn't felt good. So I think I'm gonna slow it down a little bit. I'm gonna introduce new perks on Sundays, new games.
This is random. What makes you want to hold back on the video? What makes you uncomfortable about it?
I think that it's just it. All right, I'm gonna give you an example of the things that I did.
Okay.
So I created 3 tiers on the YouTube subscriptions, right? And then, you know, the higher the tier, the more expensive it gets, but you get more perks. So I'm just gonna throw it out there. I had a tier, and this is, by the way, guys, I am not gonna do this. Right? I don't even want to show you the slides because I don't want to get people excited. But so I had a common tier. All right, hold on. Let me show you the. I had a secret rare tier. Let me show you the secret rare tier. So this one, I'm not gonna give you what the price was. The price was $100. This was a $100 subscription on YouTube. $100 a month, yeah. And this one just makes you a secret tier. You'll be the emperor, you know, because I was talking to Adam and we are trying to figure out different categories for people depending on how many Kid Arcades you have. You become a rank in the Discord and on YouTube. The only problem is that if you have a Kid Arcade, I can't give you a monthly subscription unless I pay for it out of pocket. So it's hard to link both. And that's what I was doing. Everything was linked together. And then I was thinking to myself, like, wait a minute, this is going to complicate things for me, the biggest bro. You know, when he's doing his things, how does he know who has a Kid Arcade and who gets double points? It just complicates things, right? So I had a $100 tier. This one, you got 10 NFTs a month. So you got 10 NFTs monthly, and you were guaranteed an original or a one of one, right? You got secret wheel access. So everybody that has a Kid Arcade gets access to the secret wheel for every Kid Arcade that you have on a Sunday show. So if you win, you get on the prize wheel. But if you have a Kid Arcade holder, then for each Kid Arcade holder, you can access the secret wheel. So if you only have one Kid Arcade, you can only access the secret wheel one time. And then you get a VeveArcade hat, you know, obviously the hat that I made. You get a custom painting every year. So at the end of your 12th month subscription, then I will paint you a 2x3 minimum. Or it could be any size, not too big, but you know what I'm trying to say. You pay for shipping, but I'll paint you whatever you want. It could be a pet, celebrity, family member, your favorite superhero character. It could be anything. And then that goes on for every year that you're subscribed. So you're basically getting all these perks for $1,200 because it's 100. Well, no, you know, for whatever.
Yeah.
1,400. So that's one of the tiers that I've created for the. How does that sound?
Okay, so I know instinctively a lot of people be like, oh, that's expensive. I get it. But at the same rate, I think a lot of the people in the community may think $100 is a lot.
It is a lot. And I don't expect nobody to get it.
But hold up. It is a lot when you just think about the $100. But then when you go on Veve, I'll drop $50 right now on an NFT.
Me too.
And then I'll wait, like, I'll be like, okay. And then like 4 days are like, hey, we're coming out with this. You're like, oh my God. All right, here's another $7. And then the next day, like, we're coming out with the comic. And like, oh, okay, well, here's $7 more. And it's
yeah.
You know, like, I think they're shocked by the $100 price tag. But then,
yeah.
You know, I'm not rich by any means. But I will throw $100 away. I will go to the bar and I'll have 3 drinks and I'll eat some French fries and I'll buy Red Bull or whatever energy.
Facts.
And no problem. I don't even second think it. So that's just me personally. But with that being said, I feel that the project that we're working on has the potential to draw a lot of people. And that price tag may scare a lot of people. I'm not saying that you shouldn't offer
Right,
some
right.
level, but I also think that the primary tiers should be
But
cheaper.
but wait, hold on, hold on.
Go
That's
ahead.
that's the secret tier though. That's the highest level of the.
Mhm.
I have a common tier. So
Okay.
this is the basic one. This is two
Okay.
ninety nine a month.
No.
You know, so it's a crazy jump. You know, the blue
Yeah,
tier
yeah.
is, but
You're like
this is
$100.
literally channel support. You know,
Uh-huh.
this is lit, but this is not what's happening. I'm not gonna do this anymore. Actually, you know, that's what I came into the. I'm only showing you this because as I'm building this out in my mind,
Mhm.
it was overcomplicated when I started because this is nothing. This is I had a whole 13, 18 minute presentation that I have edited right now where I really went and did. So this is the blue tier. This is the common tier. This
Mhm.
was the 299 tier, right?
Okay.
And then I had a 999 tier, and the
Okay.
999 tier is the ultra tier, and this is one NFT monthly. You
Okay.
get one access, you get a game lifeline, blah 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 blah. So yeah, this one will definitely scare anybody away. But I just showed you the secret tier right off the bat, like the
Yeah.
highest, you know. Um, I did plan on so right now what I think I'm gonna do is I'm only gonna have one tier and it's gonna be 299. You know, if
Mhm.
you want anything else besides that, like all the game perks, you have to have a kid arcade. And that's where my mind is at. I just want to focus on the kid arcade and I'm just gonna have one tier. If you want to support the channel, it'll be 299, 199. Is basically gonna be nothing, but it's not gonna be something that I'm gonna focus on as much as the kid arcade project. Cause I think that I was doing this all week long and I was just like, wow, this is a whole different job. And I don't know if I have that time. So I'd rather just let it go and just get one tier, which is a 299 tier. And then if you want any of the perks, if you want anything else, everything goes back to the Kid Arcade project because that's my baby right there.
Yeah. I think okay, so I'm gonna give you just my opinion off the top. So for 299, you're basically just like supporting the channel. You get small perks. I think as we as this begins, starting on that level is a lot less scary for people because if you did offer the $100 tier out of congrats by the way, just breaking 1,000 subs. I know this was like a week or two ago. I know. I remember when we started and we had like 3 subs, and it
It
was
was
me,
me, you, and Cricket.
girl. We were the only subscribers, but now look where we are. So,
Right.
what I'm getting at is with the $100 tier, I don't think that's out of range. I think it's a little early for that, unless someone really requests that. Like I know there's
Yeah.
some people in this chat that probably don't care and they will throw $100 because when we talk about how the project's going and who's
Yeah.
doing what and whatever. So for some people that would be nothing. But I think overall, if our goal is to grow this project and become more accepted and get more subs so we can, I'm not saying it's about making money, but if we want to grow the project, you got to make some money
We need to
so
make
you
some
can
money.
hire
Yeah.
some people in the back end
Yes.
to do this. Because I know
Yes.
when I look at this, like when I look at all the YouTube people, I think one of the reasons YouTube is so popular is because you can do it by yourself. You can sit at home and you can literally just jump in front of the camera and you could just go at it. You can make the graphics yourself. You can do all kinds of things by yourself. But as you grow this project and for what you're trying to contribute to the community, it's like, for example, if someone bought that $100 tier and now you're painting this picture, I know these pictures don't finish in one day. It's like, well, then who's doing the airdrops? Who's doing, who's creating the next light parade? Who's doing the next Kid Arcade? What's that gonna be? And so I feel like being more accessible at a lower price point may give us a better starting point because then, for example, if let's say everyone, all the subscribers joined, hint hint, subscribers, don't be scared, it's $2.99. Don't be scared.
Yo, yeah. Oh, let's make it clear. Let's make it clear
But
because we're talking like this $100 subscription is the only like that was something that I was thinking about, and it
mhm,
was something that was in third place. Obviously, you're gonna have your beginning tier,
yeah,
which is $2.99. Then you have your second tier, which is $9.99, and then there was this one secret tier that it wasn't really promoted, but you have that one or two person that might jump on that might
mhm,
want to get a painting at the end of the month. That might want something extra, right? And
yeah,
I personally have a lot of clients in the real world aside from Veve, you know, and I have a lot of clients that I'm doing a painting right now that I could have easily had somebody buy a subscription and that pays for the painting itself. So
yeah,
people around me are spending that money, especially with my tattoo clients. You know, for one of my tattoo clients to spend 1,500 in a 1 day session is not out of the norm. So
yeah,
to somebody like that to have access to me is like, yo, instead of paying for this tattoo session, just get one of my subscriptions for a year.
yeah.
Like something like that is, and those were just special clients because you do have those people that are ballers like that, right? So it's not something that off the bat we're gonna start the channel with $100 tier. There
Yeah.
was just an idea, and prior to that we also had a 299 tier and a 999 tier. So
Yeah, I feel
um,
like what happens is a lot of times when they think about they're spending their money, they're thinking about what are they going to get in return immediately,
right,
not a year from now. What am I going to get right now for that money? Like your client gives you
right,
that tattoo, he's going to walk out of that store a totally different person.
right.
You have a new tattoo on his face or his head or wherever he gets his tattoo.
On his forehead.
Yeah, whatever they're paying for, and I totally understand. Like people want to get whatever they're paying for right now.
Right.
Instant
It was too
gratification.
complicated. It's too complicated.
Yeah,
It's too complicated. Trust me. When after I saw the video, I looked at it. Even my girl looked at it. And she's like, "Nah, it's too complicated." And I'm like, "Yeah, you know what? This needs to be simple, man. We're gonna reward the Kid Arcade holders. That's what we're gonna focus on. We're gonna focus on the Kid Arcade project."
I think that's going to be one of the best things that we can do primarily, just
Yeah.
because, like I've told you this. I think you're an artist, so I think you're a great artist, an amazing artist, an artist that you guys should subscribe to and maybe get one of these subscriptions. But what I'm getting at is like I think as we progress, once more people start jumping on for the cheaper price, then it will be easier to start identifying the people who want more. Because there's gonna be the people that buy the 299 tier and they're gonna blow up your DM and be like, yo, I want a gold Kid Arcade of Ryu or whatever it may be. Puff the Magic Dragon, I don't know. But they're gonna reach out to you individually because they're gonna want to, low key flex on somebody.
Right.
Or
Yeah.
flex maybe some people, I guess what I'm saying is flexing because we're in the collecting space. And a lot of times when collectors hang out, they're like, "Oh, that's so dope. Well, do you have this one?" And they show you something else, and you're like, "Oh,
Oh, that's more scarce.
like we're friends, but we're like flexing on each other." But it's all part of the game. It's all part of the game.
It's all part of the game. And all right, so we could just jump into the next topic because we got out this topic for 24 minutes. We did good
Oh,
though.
okay.
We
So
could have kept going, and we're gonna keep going
okay,
probably later on tonight.
hold on. Go to the chat real quick. Somebody said in the chat. Hold on. Where is it? Where is it? Somebody said it in the chat that they're in a business meeting, and that they get to be a part of the meeting.
Yeah. Basically, we're gonna go through the top of these chats. We're gonna try to skip through some of these, yo. Yo, shout outs to everybody watching. I'm just thinking out loud. You know, I'm thinking out loud, and I'm gonna focus on the Kid Arcade project. That's what I'm gonna focus on. And to
Yo,
be, go ahead.
oh, I want to shout out. I don't know how to say his name correctly. I hope I get it right. Tony Dolce. I think that's his name.
Tony Dolce.
Yeah, I saw last week that it was like his first time ever on Sunday to be on the Kid Arcade show. Not to I don't
What?
it's like join and watch.
Yo, Tony. Make some noise for Tony.
Background, I don't talk too much, but I'm watching. I'm watching the chats. I'm commenting. I'm seeing what's happening. I'm not always in front, but I see. I'm paying attention. So shout out Tony. Shout out everyone else that always makes it too, because there's some people that show up and I don't even know how you got here, but we're glad you're here.
Yo, yeah, for real. And you know what, guys? My highlight, and I literally spend every day working on the Kid Arcade and the VeveArcade project on this thing that we got going on. Like Literally, it's every day for hours. It doesn't end. It's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm drawing. I'm trying to figure out prizes. Once Thursday and Friday starts coming around, I'm starting to think, okay, new graphics. We need to figure out questions. We need to figure out this, and it's really a lot of work, man. But for some reason, I just love it. Ever since I was a youngster, I always had the power of bringing people together, and I think that's what my gift was. Right when I grew up, in my neighborhood, I was the one that put everybody together, and I created the crew name, and we started doing graph. When we were bad, I was the shot caller, and then I went onto the streets, and then I was running my own street crew. Right, I was the shot caller of my street crew, and even in my current, like, I was not a shot caller, but I was always the guy gathering everybody around, and I have a gift of bringing people together, and that's what the Sunday show brings, man. It fulfills that energy inside of me, or that need to bring people together, man. So I really appreciate everybody for watching. For real, for real.
I think I totally see that. It's one of the main reasons I'm here. It's one of the main reasons I talk to you all the time. I'm not saying like that's definitely not my superpower. Bringing people together. I think my superpower is different, but that's part of the reason I'm here. I can see the energy that you put forth, and when I see that you're determined or dedicated to the project, if anything, it makes me feel a little bit more like, oh, this guy's about it. Okay. And that's why a lot of times, like, I still buy VeveArcade and Kid Arcade NFTs. I still buy them. And it's like, I think one of the hardest things to get people to do is to get your friends. I don't know a better word for this, but I don't know how. It's hard to get your friends to become customers. It's going to be easier to turn your customers into friends. But the other way around is very difficult. I feel sometimes because they've known you for a while. So they may know your flaws, your little imperfections. So sometimes your friends will just sit back and watch you just to see, like, well, is this person going to give up like they did last time? Are they going to push forward? What's this person doing? Before they even jump in,
Right, right.
But I didn't catch that vibe from you. That's why it's like when we started talking about this, I was like, you know what, dude, let's just do it. Let's just get in there and just see what happens. So it's like, I think as we move forward, having a large amount of people, even, I keep going back to the tiers, but
no, let's get past the tears. Let's get past the tears. Let's get past the tears.
Okay. Sorry, I was about to jump backwards again. I'm just about to jump back.
No. Let's keep it moving, because then everybody's gonna be like, $100 tier. What is he thinking? Like, nah, that's not even happening, guys. That was just an example in a hypothetical.
All right? But we'll sell it to you if you want
it. If you guys want a painting, holla at me. I'm painting something that I'm gonna paint live tonight. I'm out here in Vegas.
Ooh. Do we get a sneak peek, or do we gotta wait?
I'll give you guys a sneak peek. Here, talk to him for a second.
What's up, everybody? I hope you guys are having a beautiful day today. I know it's always been long days and long weekends for everybody, but thank you guys for being here with us. We always appreciate it here at VeveArcade. I'm gonna go through some of these comments real quick. I saw one from Kobe Collects. Kobe Collects is over here. Where is he? He said the main focus should be for arcade holders. Since switching his focus to platinum members, it's been a great course correction. So I think Kobe Collect's been doing it for a minute too.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, I agree with that. And that's where my heart is. My heart is he talking about giving more attention to the Kid Arcade holders, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, that's what my heart is. My heart is to try to give that project more value, because I got ADD, and I don't want to, and I'm really good at focusing on something and then just focusing on something else. And that's how I felt this week when I was able to monetize off the YouTube channel. It was just a lot coming in at once, right? Mm-hmm. I was able to take super chats. I'm able to create tiers on subscriptions. And then I was like, okay, let me see what I can create. I created these tiers, started giving them perks. But then I was like, wait a minute, they're getting the same perks as the Kid Arcade holders. And I was like, I can't do this. That's how I felt. I'm like, I can't do this.
There has to be a separation. Like,
it has to.
Like the $2.99, like, all right, tight. Like, thank you for the support. You do get your NFT or whatever you're going to provide them. But the people that go out of their way to find your project and buy a Kid Arcade and hold on to it and have the patience to wait for that utility that will be provided to them, as we've discussed before, like whether it's a video game that gets made or some artwork that we've talked about, I those are going to be the things that once they really come out and you're like, oh, I got the Kid Arcade that, you know, we talked about this. I don't want to give any,
Yeah.
but we got,
Don't talk too much about the game plan.
you know, different ones can do different things. And as people start discovering these things, these are going to be the things that people are like, oh, your arcade does what? Oh my God.
Yes, that's what I want. Yeah, that's
Or
what I want.
somebody who's like, oh, I just bought it for $2.99.
Yeah. No,
But,
well,
but there also should be that opportunity for some people to still get some of that without having to search too deeply.
right, and that's why I made the video originally, because people always ask me on Twitter. I always get DM of people asking me, "Oh, can I get one of your NFTs?" And then they'll go on and get a light parade and come back and say, "Hey, I didn't get an airdrop. I have one of your NFTs," and then they'll show me something that's not a Kid Arcade, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
no, I don't sell those. Those are just giveaways that I created for the light parade collection. I only created that to reward everybody that played VeveArcade, basically. It's like I wanted to create my own prizes that I have control over, and I don't have to go looking for anything. I can create what I want to create and give people what they want.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't, but people didn't know that, and then having to explain to people, it almost rhymes. Kid Arcade, Light Parade, and sometimes people don't know the difference about the little skull guy. You know, this
Mm-hmm.
guy. You know that, yeah, that's the main man, and that's who I the main man and women, and that's who I should
Main
be,
person.
the main person. I should make a girl Kid Arcade. That'd be fresh, yo. Because right now the Kid Arcade is gender neutral, so I haven't done a naked Kid Arcade, so we don't know. Oh, pixelated balls. All right, so all right, let's jump over to some VV topics, man. I appreciate you for talking. We'll talk more in depth about this, and
Mm-hmm.
just to let everybody know that I'm only gonna create one tier of a subscription on YouTube, and it's gonna be a very cheap tier, and it's just for you guys to show your support. If you guys want any perks, you're gonna have to have a Kid Arcade. That's what my heart's telling me.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we're gonna start doing members only our VV Arcade shows during the week. So on Sundays, it's gonna be a public thing. But once the after the first month, after we get our first run of subscribers, we're gonna start doing members only Kid Arcades, VV Arcade shows. Make some noise, y'all. Come on, make some noise. So all right, so anywho, let's get into some of these topics, man. So
Good.
please like and subscribe to the video. If you guys are watching this, please like the video, please subscribe to the channel, and let's talk about we just talked about VV Arcade. Thank you for talking to me about that. Elmon X. Ooh, can I say something? All right, go ahead. Oh,
I'm
before
gonna. You go first. You go first.
okay, I'm gonna go first. All right. So this is what I have to say about Elmon X. Did you watch Cavell Anderson's video earlier?
No, I did not see the one that dropped today about
Okay.
Vivi being in trouble.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe he dropped a few. He dropped a video about Fortnite, basically.
Oh, that was yesterday, wasn't it?
It was maybe he did one yesterday. I saw one today. But anywho, the point that he was making was if Epic Games makes NFTs out of Fortnite skins and stuff, right? That's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be crazy. And the only reason I bring this up during the Elmon X topic is because when you talk about high end artwork, there's no expectation of gamification.
No, just having the artwork is enough.
Itself is historic, and
Mm-hmm.
that is, and obviously these are all digital. So at the end of the day, anything digital is still new. But in the essence, those are the historic value. I think is one of the main reasons why I enjoy Elmon X as well. Is because when I have a Mona Lisa, people are not walking around expecting the Mona Lisa to be gamified.
I told my parents are like 75 years old. Shout out my mom and dad. They don't know how to use the internet. They don't care to know how, but they know about artwork. They're not stupid. I told my mom, I was like, "Hey, mom, I own a Mona Lisa." She goes, "What?" And I showed her on my phone, and she goes, "The hell is that?" And I was like, "That's like almost exactly what she said to me." And I was like, "Mom, it's a Mona Lisa," and she goes, "I can draw that." And I was like, "Yeah, but it's that's not the point, Mom. The point is that it's like this is some high end artwork that's, you know, I'm not sure if it's like 100% registered, but it's through a company that deals with high-end
No,
artwork
it's
all.
licensed. It's licensed. It's licensed. It's
Okay,
licensed.
so it's the ability to have some of these things that you grow up hearing about, how these amazing paintings, is just like, I don't expect my Mona Lisa to start breakdancing or give me access to like Pac-Man
No, I don't
or
know.
whatever.
She doesn't need to.
Just like in my VeveVerse or in whatever metaverse you decide to be in, it's like, well, I got a Mona Lisa, like straight up. And I think that is just like above and beyond for a.
Yeah, just having any of the high end artworks. Like people don't really sit there and expect you guys to gamify. I mean, you expect that from a Batman, but not from a Mona Lisa. Oh, what happened, Steve? Oh, what happened? Oh, Steve. Can you guys still hear me, or can you guys hear Steve? Let me know in the comments down below. Can you guys still hear us? Okay. I think that I need to restart. I need to restart my computer. Hold on, Steve. Let me come back. Come back. I'm gonna come back, guys. I'm gonna come back. I gotta do this. Okay, come back, come back, come back. All right, guys. We're gonna be back in 30 seconds. We're gonna be back in 30 seconds. Okay, we're gonna be back in 30 seconds. Just give us a second. All right. I think we're good. I think we're back. Let me send them the link real quick just to make sure he has it. And I think he's gonna come back right now. How's everybody doing, man? If you guys are watching this live, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. I am excited. I am excited. I am super excited about what we got planned for you guys. I am so excited to think about, I mean, to think of everything that I have planned, because I do think about a lot about the VV Arcade show, and there's so much I want to do for it and with it, but it's impossible to do it, especially because we do the show every week. So by the time Sunday's over, when I start working on stuff on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, by the time the weekend comes around, it's difficult to have everything ready. But I have so many good plans just to make it entertaining. So many graphics. I want to have more games, more entertaining games. I want to figure out ways where we can interact with each other during the game as well. Can you hear me?
Yo, can you hear me?
Oh, we can hear you. Yeah, we're back in the game.
Yeah.
Okay, so yo, shout outs to Hinano in the building, man. $10 super chat, y'all. Make some noise for Hinano. Hinano, I guys, I still gotta do some airdrops as soon as we get out of here. I'm gonna do some airdrops. But Hinano, send me your wallet address, or you know what? I'm gonna remember. I'm gonna send you something special, man, for the super chat. Hinano, I got you. Don't worry about it, my boy. I'm gonna send you the NYX comic book that I just created. Ooh, NYX, yo. Shout outs to Hinano in the building. All right.
So
Elmon
Elmon,
Elmon X. Let's go back to Elmon X. So go for it, Steve.
so just owning some of this high-end artwork is amazing. And one of the reasons I got into it, honestly, was the opportunity to own such a historic piece is, I think, in the future is going to be extremely valuable, because even if they do reprint them, it's not the first one.
Is not the first one.
And so one of the ways I like to think about it is like, I'm not here to flip. Like a lot of things that I buy, I just end up holding. If I know there's some people out there that know how to go on a Mutascan and you know how to check wallets and all that. You could check my wallet. Go ahead. I almost don't flip nothing. When I buy something that I like, I tend to keep it just because I like it. So, with that being said, as you look into the future of these historic art pieces, it's like, what's the Mona Lisa worth? Like the real one? How much do you think that's worth?
Priceless. It's priceless.
No, everything's got a price.
You can't buy the Mona Lisa right now, though. Can you buy the Mona
You know
Lisa
what?
right
No,
now?
I can't buy it, but I bet you if I should, I bet you Elon Musk could.
Nah, I don't think he can. Nope, I don't think he can.
You don't think so? You don't think he could just roll up? Okay. I looked it up real quick.
Oh,
But
you can't even buy it or sell it.
I'm just looking it up real quick. I'm not going to agree with you 100%. I don't know. Uh, truly prices. The painting cannot be bought or sold according to French heritage law. Oh my God. Okay, you're right. You're right. All right. You're right. I'm wrong.
Well, I mean, she's it's crazy.
So, anyways, hold up. So, I'm looking at another one. It says the Mona Lisa is approximately valued at a speculative price of $1 billion,
A
which
billion dollars.
$1 billion, 1 billion based on Encyclopedia Britannica. Do you remember those people used to come to your house and try to sell
Yeah, yeah. I had a bunch of books
you?
in my house. My mom was trying to have smart kids. Yo, she bought all the sets.
Oh, now that I'm an adult, I'm like, man, I would just look it up. But back then, that didn't happen. It was like crazy. Somebody's driving around with a trunk full of books trying to get
Yeah.
to see.
Nah. They drove around with a sample, and then they dropped off the books. So
Uh,
they were salesmen just why. But I remember that, man. We had sets, man. You look smart if you had a bunch of books in your house.
you still do.
Yeah,
You
facts,
still do.
facts. I
But
gotta.
what I'm getting at is like, even then, one of the things I can see that Elmon X is doing is it's going to provide a value. If this one painting is worth, let's not even bullshit. Let's say the $1 billion is wrong. Let's say it's worth 500 million. Like, let's tone it down. I don't know the real value. I'm just,
That's cheap for a Mona Lisa. That's cheap.
now let's say speculatively that these Elmon X's, there's 336 of them. I think. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
they're scarce.
So let's just say, for example, that this market cap for these items was 1/10. That'd still be like $50 million divided amongst 330 items.
Yeah, yeah. You lost me already. That's too complicated already. Come on, man. Stop. You lost me. You lost me at 10 million.
All right. So this, like, so even if we were going on the low end, even if there was, the market cap of these items was a couple million, that puts each one at several thousands of dollars. Each Mona Lisa. I think on OpenSea right now it just broke 1 ETH. Like the floor is now like slightly above 1 ETH, right?
Yeah.
So they're already worth almost 2K.
And they haven't really gone down. I bought mine. I think at 16,
Mm-hmm.
and as soon as I bought it, it went past it, and it never went back down. I mean, everything could go down to zero, right?
Of
But with the
course.
Mona Lisa, nobody's gonna sit here and start crying about utility or, that's what I think that Elmont X has going for it. The burden of utility is not there. You don't
Cor-
have to give the Mona Lisa utility. Mona
correct.
Lisa is Mona Lisa.
Yeah,
It's
it's such a brilliant move. It's like the
so good.
utility is that you get to say you own a Mona Lisa. That's the utility. Brilliant.
And
Brilliant.
that's why I'm invested in. I'm more invested in Elmon X than I am in. No, not really, because not really. But I do have a nice amount on Elmon. I think I got every painting on Elmon X, and a
I
few of them I got doubles of.
the Zoobs. Was it Zoom?
Except for that one, I don't have that one.
Yeah, I don't have those.
The Freck.
Yeah, I don't have the Frex.
No, I don't have
Ah,
those. I'm okay. I don't need that. I'm okay. I'm okay.
I'm not against it. I just don't know anything about the artist.
Right.
So currently, until I am more aware of the artist, or like maybe one day you actually meet the guy and you actually like the guy or whatever it is, then maybe you'll jump in and you'll start supporting.
Right.
That the Mona Lisa is just the Mona Lisa. It's like that's hard to compete with.
Starry Night. I mean, that's why they dropped Mona Lisa first, right? Because it was they dropped Patrick Hughes. Like, to be fair, they dropped other stuff, but as far as those type of paintings that could, like, the Mona Lisa is, I think, is the Grail. I mean,
Bro,
it's
one of the most
it,
famous paintings in the world. To tell someone you own a Mona Lisa, they're gonna look at you like, what? For
yeah. What
real?
are you talking about?
Like,
What's an
yeah.
NFT? Like, don't worry about it. You'll know about it next year.
I remember you told me yesterday when you do from Spin Theory. There's people.
Oh.
There's people here in our community, in this community, in the Kid Arcade, VeveArcade community that know about breaking, or they used to break, or they're entertained by it. And then when you talk to some of the b boys, they're like an NFT. Why would I buy that? And you're like,
Yeah.
It's the future. Come on,
Come on,
guys.
guys. Come on. Yeah, they're gonna have to have it now. You know, when everybody is walking around with a headset trying to look at your stuff at your house. When people come over to your house, you're gonna see the Starry Night. You're gonna see the Mona Lisa. You're gonna see the Great Wave. You're gonna see a Salvador Dali. You're gonna see a Patrick Hughes. You
Door
might see
dog.
a Todd. You might see a Lambo outside. It's gonna be I'm gonna be flexing in the metaverse house, guys. My metaverse house is gonna be thumping.
Yo, I 100% believe in the future we're gonna have blank houses. Like that
Ooh.
sounds kind of morbid when I think about it. Like visually, like you take off your goggles, you walk into someone's house, and there's literally just blank walls. There's some chairs that look like whatever. There's a couch and there's a bed, and that's about it. Because
Oh,
you're not
that's
gonna
gonna
need
be.
a TV.
Yeah, you're not gonna need anything.
It's just gonna be all in here, whether it's your glasses or whatever. I bet you one day in the future it's gonna be a contact. Like you're gonna wear contacts, or when Neuralink becomes more popular, it's gonna be your Neuralink and tell your brain that
Oh,
you
a
see it.
contact. How you gonna charge it though? Is it gonna be battery? Is it gonna be so macro? This is like 300 years from now, guys. This is
I bet you it's not. I bet you it's not.
no, it's not. Yo, how you gonna? It might be, it might be actually powered by your own body heat or something. It's like something's gonna happen, right?
I would assume that if it's contacts, that when you take them out, whatever solution you put them in, that solution would be able to carry an electrical current, and that current could charge your contacts.
Oh
Yo,
man.
Elon, get at me, bro. I got millions of ideas.
I wonder if they're gonna have smell VR AR, like where you can start smelling, because that's the next step, right? I mean, the Japanese already have technology that you could put on a suit and you can be in this virtual world, and as things are happening, there's air pressure that hits your body and makes you feel like you're
Yo,
feeling something. So I wonder how far are we? I mean, visually is gonna be the first step to
correct.
visually experience something,
Then
to hear
physically,
it. To hear it is the next one. Is what we have. We can see it, we can hear it. But how
then
about when we can taste it and smell it?
oh, I don't know. That seems like
What
ooh.
kind of, like, for example, you get the Mona Lisa. If I wanted to smell the Mona Lisa, she's gonna smell like oil painting or canvas, or she's gonna smell like 100-year old canvas. I don't know. Like you open a book, you smell the vintage.
Uh,
Imagine you open your NFT and you get the smell of a vintage or a thrift store. I don't know if
mm.
that's what a painting smells like, but
The Mona Lisa smells like a thrift store. Oh, that's fresh.
so I was inspired by Mother Nature,
Mm,
and this is Mother Nature, and I made her look like almost like a statue. This is
mm.
just a sketch. So I was messing around yesterday, and I was actually surprised with how easy I put this. I actually sketched this out. It took me like 10 minutes to do this, and I was freestyling the flowers. I haven't even gotten down to business, but this is one that I'm gonna finish today. And yeah, man. If
Fresh.
yeah. So I am working on a painting for the Kid Arcade holders. That's another thing too. It made me sad because I had to go buy paints. I had to go buy some stuff. I'm working on a painting to raffle off. I'm gonna show it to you guys soon. And that's another thing that was taking me away from that was the YouTube subscription and figuring that I was like, man, I should be painting for the holders. I should be focusing on that and just let this happen slowly and mature naturally rather than me coming off the bat with like all these tears.
Mm, I agree. And I think people will enjoy the ride as the ability to grow with you. Because even then, it's like they're gonna be like, "Oh man, I was with Kid Arcade, you know, when he had 50 subscribers. I was like in the top 100 subscribers or whatever when it started." And it's like things like that are just make people feel good to be a part of a project that's successful.
Yeah. Oh, all right, guys. We
The
are
new
over to the Chiko Roku NFT project. I'm gonna collect now. I'm gonna see what I got. Oh, that one is super rare. Oh, that looks so fresh. Yo, if you guys want your free NFT, hit the link in the description right now. There is a link in the description of this video. Go to the link of the description of this video right now. I have a link. Go get your free NFT, but you have to use the link. You have to use the link. Go to the link in the description of the video and go get your free NFT, man. I just got this one. He looks amazing.
I'm going right now.
Yeah, please, man, hit the link in the description, y'all. Everybody, go hit the link in the description. And I just got my toy. This was pretty cool, actually. Ooh, thank you for the reminder, man. Who was that, man? Who was that? It's free, but got a KYC. I haven't KYC'd yet, and I got a crazy collection. Let me show you guys. Go to toy, open next. I go open the next one. Should I open the next one, guys? Let me know in the comments down
Open,
below.
open, oh.
Oh, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Oh, oh, I got the super rare. Make some noise. These looking fresh.
You doing this, man?
Okay. 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 I haven't KYC yet, but I have a crazy collection in here. Should I open the next one? No, I can't. I don't even have enough points. I never bought any money on this app, and that's another thing. You don't have to purchase anything. Everything I've been getting is because you get a free NFT every day. So you guys got to go and get a free NFT. Now, if you guys notice on the top right, I got 20 points, and then it says collect
Super
now.
rare. I got a super rare.
Oh, share the screen. Share the screen. Let us see.
I'm on my phone, but I can show.
Oh, I got that one too.
Oh,
That's right. Nice.
How many do you get to open in one day?
Oh, you get one free every day, but in order for you to open more, it's a blind box, and it's like first it's like 25 points, and then 50, and then it goes up 25 points after that. So but you get free points if somebody goes and clicks your link. So you can create a link. So if like at one point I had like 70 points. I'm just like, yo, people are signing up using my code, and I end up having a bunch of NFTs. So let me show you my collection real quick.
Let me see.
Okay, so let me go to home, or let me go to toys, and my collection. Oh, this is my collection right here. Look at that, boom! And look at this. I got this kid called Beast, Chiko Roku.
Ha!
I got this. This is my favorite one, the all black one. He looks fresh.
Oh, that looks tight. They got a Tamagotchi.
Yeah, this right.
Yeah, do you remember that?
Yeah, my sister had these when I was a kid.
Wow.
I used to hide it from her so that her pet died. Oh, no, I'm just kidding, y'all. I'm just kidding. I would never do that to my sister. I actually try to feed hers and stuff, and we overfed it. And they used to get sick if you overfed it. It was crazy.
Whoever came up with that was brilliant.
Brilliant. Oh, look at this one. I got this one a few days ago. Look at that one.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, and they all AR. So hopefully we'll be able to put these in the Veveverse and we could flex on everybody, fresh.
I only have two. I have a rare one, and I got the secret rare one that I just got right now. Secret rare, super rare. So used to Veve, I'm just like, oh, the secret rare, here we are.
Yeah. I know. These are fun, and I'm not really into most of them, but there's a few. Like this one is super cool.
Oh, that's pretty tight.
That is super tight, and you can't watch it in AR because you don't own it. But that one is an epic. So I don't know what that means, but that one is cool. They had a Winnie the Pooh one and Piglet or something. Roku collector. I mean, they have a bunch of cool ones. Oh, Piglet. Look at Piglet. And this was a few days ago. I was actually driving to LA when this one dropped, so I couldn't get it.
Oh, yeah. I got to make sure to be on it. I only got two.
They come out every day at 1 p.m. our time. I always miss them though. I suck, and I always think about it when it's too late. Like right before I go to bed, it's like 9-10 p.m. I go on to get my Chiko Roku, and sometimes because they're only a limited run every day, so sometimes you won't get it because they run out quick. So if it's a popular one, everybody will retweet, and then it runs out like in the first hour or two.
Oh.
But if there's a large mint, then you can log on later on, and then you'll find it.
What do you think? Like, so they're just giving this stuff away for free.
Yeah.
Where do you think they're headed with this?
When I looked at some of these pieces. When you look at some of these pieces, they almost feel like a keychain type of situation. I'm not. They have like a little dangling thing, like you're supposed to hang it from something. I think it's just a toy. I mean, it'll be cool. The one cool thing that I really do appreciate about them is really why I try to support them is because every Chiko Roku that you see is created by actual artists, and they'll have the artist bios on their page, and they actually have Ron English in there too.
I saw that. That's why they have the grin.
Yeah.
On the front page.
Yeah. So I think they collaborate with a lot of people, with a lot of artists, and they collaborated with a kid called Beast recently. And I said to myself, hey, you never know. We might put out a light parade. Chiko Roku out here, make some noise. Wait, I got sound effects. That's right. That's right. That's right.
I think.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Go.
No, 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 no. We're gonna jump into the next topic. Well, are we done with Elmon X?
I think I'm gonna give you a brief summary of what I think of Elmon X.
Okay, hit me with it.
I think Elmon X has made a wise decision to move into the high end art space. I'm not sure what that cost them if they were already in it because they work with Bridgman Images. So I'm not sure whatever that idea, whatever their connection is. But the fact that their utility is just the ability to say that you own something is brilliant. Because once it's made, what else do you have to do for it? It's like it's the Mona Lisa or it's the Great Wave or it's the
Maybe
Thinker or
that's
whatever
what.
it is.
Maybe
You have
that's why. Go ahead. Sorry, I don't want to
no,
cut
no,
you
that's
off there.
it. Go.
I think that maybe that's why they allow you to take it out into the open sea, into the world, because they don't need to hold on to it because they don't need to update anything. Maybe
Brilliant.
there's no utility to it. So here it is what it is. Enjoy.
That's brilliant. I think that's an amazing marketing scheme because once you have it, it's like just having it is the utility.
Right. Now they dropped this the Great Wave, right? They dropped the Great Wave. They dropped, I think it was what, well, three 300 editions. It was scarce.
I think it was the same as the Mona Lisa. I think it was like another.
No, I think the Mona Lisa had more because it had two. It had the AP. This doesn't have an AP.
The Mona Lisa had 336.
Okay, so yeah, it's about the same then. It's about the same.
This one didn't have the AP, huh?
No.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder why.
You
It
know what I think
was.
would be a good use for the Elmon X? What utility they could add? This is just random because it's like you have to go there. But if you own a Mona Lisa, maybe you get free entry into the museum so you can go see it.
Ooh, yeah. I heard people talking about that in their
It's
Discord.
like it's not gotta be crazy. There's only 300 of them. It don't gotta be crazy.
Yo, what? Yo, you're so right. You're so right. Maybe, and you get into the museum where it's at. So, for example, the Mona Lisa, you have to go to France and go see it in France, right? The
Yeah.
the Thinker, that statue specifically is in Philly, so you would have to go to Philly and redeem your Thinker or your Gates of Hell. Oh, it depends because the Gates of Hell, it's I don't know if it's in there as well, but that Thinker, if you want to go see the Thinker, you have to go see it at that one museum. That'll be
I think maybe that'd
crazy.
be like a good utility, or maybe it's like a discount, or buy a ticket, get a free ticket, so you don't gotta go to the museum by yourself.
Yeah.
Just something small. It don't even gotta be a lot, but just the ability to like have that because that employee that's working at that museum is gonna run into a person that has something like that very rarely. And even that's just kind of like a little flex. You're like, hey, you want to go to the museum? Like, I don't know. It's like, we're in. Don't worry. I got us in. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. True story. There's something else too that I gotta give it up to Elmon is that if you put out a Spider-Man like a Miles Morales right now, right? A Miles Morales is dope,
Mm-hmm.
but they could always ruin it. They could always put out a movie that is so cheesy that can ruin the IP.
Correct. Correct.
You can't do that with Mona Lisa, man.
No.
You can't do that. Mona Lisa's Mona Lisa. That's it. Unless you even how many painters have recreated the Mona Lisa and it will never ruin the Mona Lisa. If anything, it just brings up the value because it brings more attention to it.
They're in a good space. They're in a good space for what they're doing because it's this the requirements besides contractually, whether it's with the museum or the artist or whoever. Outside of that, there's no like there's very few variables.
Yeah.
The only thing I could ever see possibly is maybe one day in the future that the quality of images may increase, like the resolution.
It's still the first.
Yeah, yeah. It's almost like if it looks worse, even better.
Yeah. It's almost like if they do put out a new Mona Lisa, let's say the goggles kick off and everybody has a set of goggles, right? They're 3K if you got into pros, but you can still get the bootleg, the cheap version, the cheap version for 1,500, right? Like a basic one where if everybody has one, and I mean, they could always re-release like 1,000 editions. It's only gonna make the older one more valuable, and it's a bigger flex. Like, nah, I got the original. What are you crazy? And I think that no, does Elmon X have a marketplace? It does not have a marketplace. If you want to trade Elmon X items, you got to do it on OpenSea or your favorite marketplace, your NFT marketplace.
Hmm.
Something about the Mona Lisa too is that nobody is sleeping on it because I don't know if you get offers. Do you get offers?
Every day.
I get offers every day too, and
Every time I check my wallet, it's like you have three offers, and I mean, I don't know where that voice in my head came from, but it sounds like you have three offers, and I click on
oh
it, and I look, and I'm like, it's hilarious. Somebody offered me like $17 once, and I was like,
oh that's crazy.
but I get it though. I'll tell you this. I bet you someone somewhere was like, ooh, and accidentally clicked yes. It's like another person's like, yes. You know, I
Yeah.
think people probably, although they are paying attention, are not paying attention at the same time.
Problem with Elmon X is there's no buyers. Last drop had 530 editions. Last drop, you
The way,
maybe no. The wave sold out in 2 hours. He might be talking about that girl. There was a girl drop. It's the same
mhm.
thing as Freck. It's like an
Oh
indie
yeah, I know.
artist.
The one she looks like a nun, and then she has no clothes on.
Yeah, yeah. That's the worst comparison right there, Big A. You mean if the wave wouldn't have sold out, and I didn't think it was gonna sell out right away.
No,
I thought it was
wait.
gonna take a few days maybe. But yeah, you're right. There might not be any buyers though, so there might not be any buyers. But the thing is that eh, there's no. I mean, there's definitely a community of people that collect art. Oh, Nymphea drop. Oh, I see Nymphea drop. So he said that 530 editions, seven sold, and four of those under retail.
And three sold over because of mint number.
It
But
I
that's
find that hard to believe because I got two of those on the drop.
yeah. Well, I think Big A is maybe just talking about on OpenSea.
Maybe on OpenSea because the drop. Well, I don't even know if it's sold out or not. I mean, Nymphaeus, it's still a it's still a Monet, right? It's still a Monet painting, but it's not Monet's famous paintings, right? So I get it if it didn't sell out. The Great Wave, I knew it was gonna sell out. I don't even know if the Nymphaea sold out like that, anyways. But I know I got two of them, and to me, that's a beautiful painting.
Mm. Mm.
And I value it. But you're right. I mean, I don't even think there's that many people in here getting excited over a Monet painting like that, right? Because we're almost comparing that to like the Veve marketplace, like how excited the Veve marketplace. If you talk about a Batman comic book or a X-Men comic, that's like that has more people excited over something like that. So I don't know. What do you think about that?
I just think what's happening currently is uh, I think some people's expectations for certain products exceed the reality of what's really going to happen. I think there's nothing wrong with coming on here. Like, there's nothing wrong with being a flipper. Nothing. If you in here to make money, make money. I go to work. I serve drinks to make money. Like we all got jobs. Whether you own the business or work at it, you got a job. And we all do those jobs to make money. Now, some people are fulfilled by what they do emotionally, and that's fucking awesome. But some people just do the job to do the job to get the money they need. And there ain't nothing wrong with doing that. Although I do think that some people's expectations of what they should receive in return for what they've done or what they've bought may be a little unrealistic. Just because one item sold and made a couple $1,000s doesn't mean every item's going to do that. And I think people's expectations of certain things needs to tone it down a little, or you might have to wait a little. you
Yeah,
know like the
yeah,
flower painting, like you gotta wait a little. Like it's
yeah.
not the Mona Lisa. It's not. You gotta wait a
It's
second.
not the Mona Lisa is gonna sell out instantly, and they could drop something tomorrow that's gonna sell out instantly, right? They could drop a Salvador Dali tomorrow. It's over, and it's who knows? They could drop a Frida Kahlo. They could drop another contemporary artist. They could drop Leonardo da Vinci. Like they start dropping biblical stuff. I mean, they're new and then they're building their market. They're building their fandom, and they're building the space. And I'm very bullish on Elm on X, man. I love the project, and I think there's so a lot. They have a lot of things going for them, and the quality is good. And not that many projects you're able to put your NFT and AR and look at it through your phone, and you could do that with Elm on X. It's the same thing with Veve. That's what got me hype about Veve is that not everything on Veve sells out either, but I'm still able to go in there and buy what I want and view it in AR, and I think that's dope. I think that's a
Yeah.
cool technology.
Dude, I'm on Elmon X right now, and the only thing that you can purchase on Elmon X that is currently available is a Patrick Hughes T-shirt.
Yeah, that they're gonna really keep their stuff out there for you to just purchase it, which is I do like that because they take it out and they'll re-release it a week later if they have to. Like, yo, we're gonna put out another wait list for it or something. But I really like it. I mean, that's the thing that what do you expect from your project? Because everybody expects different things. Even watching Cavell's video earlier, right? It's like he's a gamer and he has gamer background. So to Cavell, everything has to have some type of gaming utility, some type of gamification, which I do agree with him because if the project comes out saying, hey, these are going to be gamified, then we got to hold them to the fire until that happens, right? If that's the reason you came in. But that's why I'm bullish on Elmon because they never came out here saying that you're going to gamify Mona Lisa and
Mhm.
nobody expects it to be so. And
But
what
so I feel like that's why I think they did a good job with limiting the amount of additions that they currently have, because I don't think they were expecting 10,000 people to show up in,
right.
and I think only running with 300, especially because of the product they're selling being on such like a high end, that them charging, I think, what was it, like $100, or I forgot what it was. I forgot what it
Yeah, it
was.
was $110 after taxes.
Yeah, and it's like, look at like this. Earlier we were talking about $100 for the VeveArcade. I'll buy a Mona Lisa, no problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And it's
yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah.
little things like that. So I think L1X is doing a really good job of what they're promoting, the way they're pushing their product, and just being really forward that the gamification is, you get to say you own one.
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah, yeah. And if Nympheas doesn't sell out and I start making a little bit more money, I'm gonna go grab another one, man.
I was mad at, like, a lot of times I buy one and I'm like, okay, like I can't spend $300 today. Like, what am I doing? And then I look at it, I'm like, oh, maybe I should have bought a second one. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm tripping. And it's like, it's really, I think it's just based on everyone's timeline. When
Yeah,
do you want, like, if you're here for money, that's cool. When are you thinking about getting your money back? And then be realistic with that timeline before you just start hating on certain projects. Like, do you expect your money to come back in a week, a day, a year, 10 years? When? And I
yeah.
think if you're realistic with yourself, then spending X amount of dollars is easier for you to handle. Like, when I bought the Mona Lisa, I was like, I woke up, I had just got out of work like at 6 in the morning, and I was like, I fell asleep for an hour, like, oh, I have to get, I have to get, and it reminded me of like when Veve like was like brand new, and it like gave me like that same kind of rush, like, oh, I gotta get it. And now I look back and it's like, I would have had a chance to get a second. I should have got a second.
I should have gotten it. I should have gotten it when you were. You know what's funny?
I told you.
But yeah, I
I
remember. And you know what's crazy?
goes, oh, you should buy one.
My girl was trying to get it, and the drop went down at the exact time that I went on live. So I was
Mm.
live streaming on the VV Arcade. It was on a Sunday. So then she was in the other room trying to figure it out, and she would come into the room and be like, "I need help, I need help," and I was like, "Oh, well, I'm live streaming. I'm live streaming." I wish I would have just taken everybody over there and just purchased it, and that's the whole point of this YouTube is to do stuff like that together, right? And
Mm.
I just dropped the ball, man. And when you bought it, I was like, "Oh, should I go spend 1,000 on this? Should I go spend 1,000 on this?" And obviously, I got mine at 16. End up having to get it, but I couldn't have gone two. I couldn't have had two.
Yeah, same, same thing. And even then, it's like how we talk about, like, do you remember when they came out with on Vivi? They came out with the hell is it called? The James Bond car.
The James Bond car.
Yeah, you remember when they dropped that? We all got our money together and
Oh
we
yeah,
all
yeah, 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 yeah. Those are
stream
good
it
old
for.
days.
Yeah, but things like that, like, yeah, we like. I think that's just like out the gate. Like, if your girl comes in the room right now, she's like, "Hey, baby, they're dropping a Salvador dog." You should be like, "Oh." Hey guys, we about to buy a Salvador Dali. Let's
Yo,
go.
guys. Yo, I'm out of here. I gotta go to my other computer.
I gotta buy a
But we do it.
Salvador
We do
Dali.
it
I'll be
together.
back. You know?
Salvador Dali is no man. Look, look. Where's he at?
Mm-hmm. With the uh-huh.
You know what
I
I'm
think
saying? I
with that
love Salvador
fashion.
Dali.
The
All right. So I love
Aston
Elmon
Martin,
X.
that's what it's called. The Aston Martin.
The Aston Martin. That's right. That's right.
Oh, that was
That
so
was a
hard.
good one. We'll do a live stream and talk about that whole experience. We're just gonna do one show dedicated to that.
Mm,
All right, so real quick, just because I want to finish these airdrops and I gotta
mm.
get on that. VV logos. Let's just talk about the VV logos and we're gonna end it here.
Okay.
What do you think about the VV logos? Did you go for the VV logos?
Yeah,
And
VV logos, of course. Of course.
okay, so what happened in your experience?
I got nothing.
Did you end up buying one in the aftermarket?
No, I was so upset. I watched it go from like $80 to $90, 110, and then I sat there for a little bit. It went to like 140 or 150, and then it came back. And I was like, oh, it's gonna come back. It's gonna come back to like retail. Once it hits retail, I'm gonna jump in. I might buy like two of them.
Eight gems?
No, no. Oh, it was 8 gems.
80.
80 gems. Sorry.
Okay.
I thought it was gonna come back somewhere like that, and I was like, oh, if it comes back here, I'll buy like two of them, just because. And then it didn't.
Oh, I know. I know.
Then it didn't.
Oh
Although I do
man.
like it. Who was talking about it yesterday? I was listening to. I forgot who I was listening to yesterday, but they were talking about like as you own certain VV logos. Like if you have the common one, then maybe you get a common airdrop. You got the uncommon one, you get an uncommon airdrop. If you got the
Yeah,
whole
yeah,
set, you
yeah.
get a specific airdrop just for that. And I think that's a really smart move if that's what happens. I'm not saying that's
Right.
what's gonna happen. Like I see people all the time. They got like a Nike headband. You don't get nothing for buying a Nike headband. You don't get nothing for having
Facts.
a Nike poster. Nothing. You just have it. But
Yeah.
I feel like Vivi is in a space where they can make this useful for you. Like maybe you do get to go to decon after party for free if you have that.
Ooh.
Maybe
Ooh.
if you have the secret rare when you come to the decon party, you get a meet and greet and a photo with David Yu or something like that.
Ooh, you gotta show your logo to get a t-shirt or to take a
See?
picture. That'll be cool. That'll be cool.
Yeah, and then this way, if even if that was the idea, then it would be easy for Vivi to limit what they come out with.
Yeah.
You know, they only got to make so many of each product once, and then that's it. And it's not even an insane amount of product. 1,000 shirts is not crazy.
Yeah. Did you end up getting in one in the aftermarket though? Or you just still haven't jumped in?
I still haven't jumped in.
Okay.
There's some that I want to buy. I just feel like some of the collectibles that I have, because I have gotten rid of some collectibles to get certain things that I really want, not because I want the gems, because I just want certain things. I'm just like kind of like at a point where like I'm stuck at which what am I going to try to get rid of, or am I just going to put more money in?
Yeah.
And if I am going to put more money in, it's like so I'll tell you what I do. I've talked to you, but I'll tell everyone else. This year I told myself, because we're like in a bear market. I told myself this year, 20% of all money I make, I will invest, and that's dancing gigs, tips, paychecks. I don't really gamble, but if I won some money, cool. But 20% of everything I make is going to be investments. And so as I generally wait till the end of the month so I can see how much is my total amount for the month, and then I do the math, and then I see how much money I have available to move around and where do I want to put these investments. And so although I do want these logos, I feel that I have to diversify a little bit into some other projects. And when I say other projects, I'm not even talking about NFTs. I'm just talking about like buy some Bitcoin, buy some Ethereum, buy whatever cryptos buy some OMI. I buy OMI once a month. I buy Bitcoin once a month. I buy ETH once a month. I'm getting a little bit of XRP. Like, don't. It's not financial advice. Don't do what I'm doing unless you just feel like doing it on your own. Then cool, good for you. But these are just little things that I'm doing because I feel like some of these items, if they were to 10x from where we are right now, may seem a little unrealistic. At least within a reasonable time frame, whatever that is to you. And some of these other cryptos or whatever you may get into, they might 10x and it might still be a low market cap. And so I feel like those little investments are going to be what provides me the opportunity. Like if I have to pay extra for my my red Veve logo later down the line, I understand that I will. But at the same rate, like, I do buy OMI. You guys don't gotta buy it if you don't want to. Do whatever you want.
I don't think I bought OMI in a year and a half.
I bought OMI last week.
Damn.
I buy. Like I still believe in the project. Like I think that I know a
I
lot of
still
people.
believe in it. I still believe in it. I still
Yeah,
believe in it.
I
I
think some
just
are just they're gonna do their own thing. Some people may. Uh, I guess just because I'm really in the VV community, I really follow all the content creators and I watch and I listen. And I started a Twitter because of VV and all of
yeah.
that. Like I see people the way they talk about it, but I think this project has a lot of space to grow in. And I feel like if I spent what is it, $379 right now on my VV secret rare logo, or if I spent $379 in OMI, I feel like the VV logo will go up first. I will make more immediate money with the VV logo, but
Hmm.
at the same rate, I think the VV logo to double is going to take more time than I don't know. Maybe OMI might take a while to double, but I just feel like there's
See,
more potential over there.
yeah. What sucks? Well, I actually do think that OMI is gonna be super valuable, and I think that something that non fungible said recently that was really interesting was that VV wasn't OMI wasn't categorized as a metaverse token, and I
Mm.
think that they don't want to give it any type of utility until we're actually in the metaverse type of situation. And I think that once that happens, we might get listed as one. And I just for myself, I'm not gonna buy any OMI until I see anything that you can do with it in the app. Because obviously the day's gonna come where it's gonna be this is gonna go up and you won't be able to get back into it. Even though maybe I don't know much, but until that day comes where I wanna see some type of utility, any type of utility, anything. Because in the moment there is nothing going on with OMI in the app. It's like non-existent.
Mm.
If you weren't into like the community the way we were, and if you were just a regular person jumping into Vivi, jumping into, even though they don't have to, because OMI could still be getting burned in the back end without the normal person knowing about it in the forefront. But there's no utility for it in the app at the current moment at all. And I think that when we do get it, it's gonna start small. It's not gonna be like it's gonna, and then I think I'll have time to get back into it if I needed to. But that's where
I
I'm at with OMI. That's
I
where I'm
think
at with OMI.
obviously I don't know any of the VV owners or management teams or anything. I personally think they're just waiting to see what happens. Like what's going to happen with these lawsuits with these other people? What's going to happen with the crypto market? I think they're just trying to play it slow so that when they get into a good spot, that they have a strong foundation, and they're not scrambling to make something happen that could just fall apart. But that's just
Right.
my belief. I don't like. I know when I watch some of the other content creators, they talk about how Veve is finding ways to tell you things without telling you things, but they're not really telling you anything at all,
Right. Right. Right.
about right. But in reality, like I keep using Nike as like a example because everyone knows what Nike is. But when's the last time Nike told you anything besides this is the new shoe? That's it. Here's the new
Exactly.
hat. Here's the new jacket. They don't tell you shit. But you place such a value on it already,
Yeah, I think
and no
Vivi
one's
doesn't.
telling you nothing.
Yeah, I think Vivi doesn't. Well, Vivi hasn't been around as long as Nike and
No,
hasn't
no, but
hasn't been
I'm
so nostalgic, right?
saying,
Because Nike is like I grew up wearing Nikes. It's like oh Nike, Nike.
yeah, yeah, but I'm just saying in retrospect, like
Yeah,
it's
right, right, right.
like Nike don't provide you with no information. So I feel like what's happening is we have to realize that we're still
But
at the very beginning of this.
you do have an idea of what shoes are coming out because they always let you know before they come out.
Yeah, but VP drops a Medium article.
Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I think Vivi has a lot of things up their sleeve that we're not ready for. That's what I do, and that's why I'm here, and that's why I'm invested in Vivi because I do believe they have a lot of things in their pocket ready to drop for us to just like these dragons with Capcom. Like I think there's something to that, right? I think there's a lot of things, even with them retweeting the Apple Pro glasses, right? I mean, there's anything could change the game. Anything could change the game, right? Anything could change the game, and I think there's definitely stuff. Do you think we got Pokemon?
Do I think we have Pokemon? You know
Because
what?
the deeper into the pool of the NFT game that we're getting into, right? Other companies are getting different IPs. Like the less likely it is that Vivi might release Pokemon. If I mean, shit, Pokemon might be able to create their own metaverse and their own app, but it wouldn't work as well as Vivi though.
I wouldn't be surprised. Like I think Pokemon probably has the capital to start their own metaverse, and you could just go to Poke World or whatever it's going to be
And they
called.
will, and they will, and they should. But who's gonna drop the Pikachu NFT?
I mean, if they're going to start their own, they are.
Ooh. I had this conversation with somebody about comic books and about what if Marvel started releasing their own NFT comics?
Hmm.
Would that shut down Vivi? And I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I
I
think
don't
it
think so.
depends on what comics they're starting to release. Because
Just like
if they release something we already have, then it's just like a reprint,
yeah, it is a reprint.
and
And
that'll
I
just
think
help,
that
you know that'll just help me. I think they hinted at it too much. I think VB has something to do with Pokemon for sure. Coda Commander says they think that they got something to do with it for sure.
yeah, I think they might have some. I mean, they for sure have something to do with it, but who knows? Who knows? I mean, I love Pokemon, but I don't really. I played Pokemon Stadium, and I love Pokemon. What was that? The Pokemon? Not Pokemon Go. It's the battle one. Is it what is it?
Oh no,
It's the fighting game. It's the Pokemon fighting game where Pikachu's in it. Metroid, Ness,
Smash Bros.
Smash Brothers, Super Smash Brothers. I love Super Smash Brothers,
Oh, that's a good game. I'm gonna
but I
tell you
never.
this. I don't really know anything about Pokemon.
Yeah, me neither. Me neither. I never seen a
Every
cartoon.
time I think about Pokemon, I see like the cartoon in my head, and then I see this meme video that I saw one time on YouTube. This black dude's up there. They're like, this girl's getting mad at this guy because she's like, he keeps naming all the Pokemon wrong, losing his mind. And she's like losing her mind over it. And he's like, oh, that's floor shit. Oh, that's three floor shits. And she goes, oh my god, his name is Diglett or something like this. And then he goes, oh, well, that was Pikachu. And she goes, well, obviously, we all know who Pikachu is. But he's just going off. And in my head, I'm like, I'm kind of like that guy. Like, I have
I have
no
no
clue
idea.
who these
I,
characters
I
are.
I know. I play Pokemon Stadium,
Mm.
so I know what characters are, their names, and I know their powers. So like I know if you have a ground Pokemon, if you have an air Pokemon, I know what's more effective to beat. Well, I used to know more, right? Because this is back in Nintendo 64 days.
Uh-huh.
But I love Pokemon Stadium, and I think that it'll be dope for the app. I don't think it's ready for it now, but I think that Vivi does have something to do with it.
No, I
And
don't think for it now. I think that would be a large influx of people that they may not be prepared to handle, at least at this given moment.
yeah, everything will drop with a delisting of crypto.
I think there will be a huge drop once certain things like so as the SEC is starting to sue these exchanges and they're coming after certain cryptos that they think are securities, there is going to be a huge drop in the market, I believe. But at the same time, I think depending on what you believe and your risk tolerance, it might be the time to buy. Like when people, I remember the first time I heard about Bitcoin years ago, and somebody was telling me about it, and I was like, well, what do you do with it? They're like, well, right now, nothing. And I was like, well, why would I buy it? The hell am I going to do with this whole bunch of nothing?
Yeah.
And I think we're getting close, not close to the whole bunch of nothing market again, but to a part where people are scared and some people not only will they be, some people will be scared, but there's gonna be a whole bunch of other people be like, see, look, I told you, look, this is all bullshit. And there's gonna be some people gonna be like, no, 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 now's the time you buy.
People are saying that. People are saying that now. One
Yeah,
of
yeah.
my best friend, he always talks smack about NFTs all day long. He hates hearing about it, and so
Mm,
I never talk to him about it ever, ever. And I'm with this guy all day, every day, and I
yeah.
never talk NFTs with him, which is weird because I'm so excited about them. But he's not into them, and he's an artist, and he does not. He's not into them.
So random.
So random. And I try to get him into it. So it's so hard. Which three? But he falls with what you see on the news and what people are talking about. He doesn't know,
Uh,
right? So
he's
he'll
not doing his own research. He's just being told something.
yeah, he's being told. So he'll hear me say something about something to somebody, and then he'll be like, "I thought NFTs were dead, bro. You're still buying that shit?" And I'm like, "Come on, man." He goes, "Yeah, I saw Logan Paul scam somebody, and this he told me this like last week." And I'm like, "Man, that's so old. Can you not do this to me right now?" And he goes, and then he would be like, "I wouldn't trust it if I was you."
You're like, thanks, Dad.
Thanks, Dad.
But you
Which
know, somebody's dad said that to the guy that has hella Bitcoin, and that guy's probably doing just fine right now.
Yeah, probably he is doing just fine right now. Which three IPs do you want Vivi to release the most? Ooh, which three IPs? I mean, we have the best ones already, but which three IPs do you want Vivi to release the most that we don't have?
Okay, if I'm not talking about value, because I feel like everyone wants Pokemon, but like for me, like I'm gonna tell you the truth, I'm not a huge Pokemon fan. I don't care. Like truthfully, and maybe this may I don't want to sound mean to anybody, but when I was in high school and Pokemon was coming out, I was like, man, the hell are you doing over there? There's all these
Nerds.
nerds. There's all these kids sitting around in a circle throwing cards on the ground. What the hell are y'all doing? But I was also an idiot too. I was in the hallway spinning on my head, so like, I was like a different type of nerd. But it just, I guess, a little more eye appealing to the opposite sex, which was a little bit, which helped out a little bit, which made it a little bit cooler. Okay,
Wow.
so without Pokemon, because I think it's gonna make a lot of money, but I'm not a huge fan. That's just the reality of it for me personally. The three big IPs that I would like to see. Uh, I mean, we already have X-Men, but I guess when I say X-Men, I would like to see like the full, like,
Everybody,
yeah,
Wolverine, Cyclops.
yeah. I want to see X-Men the way I grew up watching it. I want like I want the stealth fighter jet that they fly in. I don't know what it's Wing X or whatever.
Oh.
I made that up right now. I'm not sure. You know, something like that.
Okay, okay, X-Men.
Um, Street Fighter would be tight.
Oh, Street Fighter is what I was thinking too, man. Street Fighter, we need to see Street, and we already have it. We just haven't dropped it.
I remember seeing the AR videos of people playing Street Fighter in the street with their phones, and you could see it like in the middle of the
Was
street.
was that real?
Was that video real?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I really don't know. But what I will say though, it was definitely intriguing.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I don't think that video is the actual Vivi video.
No, it wasn't a VV video. It was just an AR video.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And if I had to choose a last one, yeah, this
Yo, if we could even play this with the Marvel, yo, you know what? Oh my goodness. All right, so I I don't know if you saw Cavill's video about the Fortnite. I get it, and his video was basically touching that if Fortnite was to release their own NFTs, then Vivi can't compete with them.
because they have too much IP already. They
Yeah,
already have yeah,
no,
like Dragon
it just
Ball
looks
Z.
perfect. It just
It's already ready to run.
it's
You
it's
play
already
the
running.
game. All you need for a Fortnite is the goggles, and you're in.
Right. But nobody really looked at Vivi. I mean, when we say gamification, it could be anything. Vivi could be the gaming app. It's a app where you give your phone to your kid and you're spending $10 so the kid could play for an hour.
Mm.
So it's not that obviously Fortnite is a crazy comparison. I mean, that's next level. But this will be just as fun. It could just be just as effective, right?
Tight.
Right?
This is tight. I saw
This is
how
yo. Imagine,
bro, this is so awesome.
imagine.
So awesome. So awesome. Bro, I can't wait till you have this and you wear your AR goggles. I mean, I can't wait till the AR goggles actually look a little bit cooler. Right now they look scuba diver.
Yeah, how cool could they get though? They're
They could be cool, bro. Imagine like Ray-Bans.
yeah. Like Lokes, like gangster Lokes, like square glow. You know, because like aviator glasses, like any type of glasses. Oh, but we might have like another 5 to 10 years for that, but it's gonna happen.
I think they have. I think stuff like that they have. They just don't release you. I think to find all the bugs, and that takes time while they develop other content.
Is this real?
I don't know. I don't. I mean, I'll tell you, if it's not, somebody got a lot of free time.
Because you could animate this without actually making it work. You could just animate it and put the graphics there, like there's a button push, and make it seem like somebody is actually pushing the button. They could just
That's true. That's
edit this together.
I could just video edit
Yeah.
and just put them out there doing the moves. That's true. I can create a sequence and just do it.
But if this is possible with AR, I think that I saw this it was a speech by Niantic, and you know Niantic is the people that make Pokemon Go. They're the ones that developed the technology so you could play Pokemon Go. I made a video about this last year, and this was before the you remember how Veve released the technology of how an AR object can go behind the couch and come back in the other side?
Inclusion. That's what it's called.
Inclusion. Okay, so I watched the video of Niantic talking about this technology and they how they were developing it, and then maybe like 5 months later it came out on Veve. So that's another reason why I'm thinking that Niantic has a lot to do with Veve in the back end, maybe, possibly, on their tech. Just because if David, you had access to Alfred Kahn and knew what Pokemon Go was while they were developing the app, wouldn't you think they made that phone call like, "Yo, Niantic, we're trying to develop this.
Yeah.
Let's talk." Right?
Forward.
And so when I think of Pokemon Go was just as successful as anything else, even with Fortnite there.
I tell you this, Pokemon Go, I think, was at the time of its peak popularity, was probably more popular than Fortnite, because I've never seen hundreds of people walking around at the park playing Fortnite. I've seen hundreds of people at the park with their phone like this.
It's because of your phone. It's easy access, right? You could just walk around and
I see somebody go, "Look, there's one over there," and watch a swarm of people start running to the other side of the park. You're like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
You know, it's really just the phone. It's the ability for the phone. Now, if you could play Fortnite on your phone in AR, people would be losing their mind.
Oh, it's over. If that happens, it's over. If that happens, it's over.
See, for me, like I don't know how many people have an Oculus. I got an Oculus. I know Call of Duty is a huge game. I still play Call of Duty. I'm not trying to be competitive or anything. I just enjoy playing the game just in general. I just have fun. I like talking shit with my friends and playing. But when I compare it to games like, if you have an Oculus, there's a game called Population 1. And it's kind of like, it's like Call of Duty / Fortnite put together, and you're going to play in VR in your Oculus, and you can walk around and you're shooting people. When you reload the gun, your hand actually has to do the reload motions, and you have to go through all these, like you're really reloading a gun. And it's like, once that ability to be used in AR, where we can play against each other at the park, but there's boxes and cars that no one else can see unless you have the goggles, and I'm hiding and we're playing, then it's going to be on a whole nother level. When you're playing
Yes, it
Call of
has.
Duty at the
Yeah.
park, hiding behind imaginary boxes, number
Yeah.
one, if you don't have goggles, everyone's going to look at you like you're an idiot. But number two, you're going to be having the time of your life. You and your friends are going to be outside at the park running around. It's a beautiful day. You want to play Call of Duty at the park? You're like, oh, of course.
See, yeah, true story, and it's gonna happen, right? You're gonna see people walking around doing this, and you
Mm-hmm.
do it now. Sometimes when I'm at the bar or at a club and I'm taking pictures of something of a collectible. I was at a restaurant a few days ago, and I was taking pictures of a collectible, and I'm over here, trying to place it, and people are probably looking at you like, "What is this guy doing? Take the damn picture." But I'm over here trying to get the right angle. I'm trying to put the collectible
Yeah.
on the
Like,
table.
on this guy's plate. What is he taking a photo of?
Something else that I want to touch up on is that you guys you guys got to give Vivi a break. Okay, you guys got to give Vivi a break because sometimes you guys are very judgmental on how these items look. Sometimes you're like, oh, it doesn't look good. Like the Hulk. If you were able to walk around with Hulk and smash buildings in AR, you wouldn't mind. He looks the way he looks. Now I'm gonna give you guys an example. This game right here. Would you want this game right here, Steve? This game right
Yes.
here. Would you want this
Yes.
game?
This is not
Okay.
even great quality. This looks like Tekken 2.
This looks shitty.
Yeah, but I
This
want
looks look at his foot. His foot looks like it's rubber. Look at it. Look at Ryu. Imagine we got that collectible today.
look at his chin.
Imagine we got that collectible today.
People would hate.
People would be upset. People would
Oh,
say that, yo, he looks like Jay Leno. Oh man, why'd you give us this Street Fighter? Vivi, you suck. Do a better job. Win payout. Win payout. Oh, it's like, look at his chest. What is wrong with this Ryu? But you guys don't know because maybe next summer the AR function gets enabled and all these collectibles are. You imagine it became a fighting app where you can play Street Fighter with any collectible on the app. Oh, and they all had their specific powers and their own moves.
Do you
Oh,
remember the game Virtua Fighter?
yeah.
That looked terrible.
I do remember Virtual Fighter. That was a good one though.
So I think what's not virtual, Virtua. Was it virtual? It's
No, it
Virtua.
was Virtua.
Yeah. See, like if you look at like Virtua Fighter #1, it looked terrible. Look at this.
That's original Eddie Gordo right
That,
there.
that's Jeffrey, and I forgot that like Wolf or something. I can't remember everyone's names. But look at the quality of this. This was terrible. And I was over there putting as many quarters as I could find around the house into this arcade machine.
Yeah.
Non-stop. This looks terrible. And what I think is happening, shout out Virtua Fighter though, because I feel like they set up a standard and people started building off of this. But I
Mm.
feel like in this new generation, this is where we are right now.
This is Roblox.
This is where we are right now. I think like because this technology that we're starting to use now, like the NFT technology and the Vision Pro technology and all of this, we're there. We're in the beginning of this. So what is this, like #2?
Yeah, this is the first one, Virtua Fighter.
Yeah, see? Now look at Virtua Fighter, like the newest one.
The newest one is right here.
Look at this.
It doesn't look that better though. I ain't gonna I ain't gonna lie.
I'm
It don't even look that good.
gonna at least they're not blocky.
Yeah, at least they're not blocky though. But even this one right here, this is like somewhat modern. I remember playing this video. There was a girl named, there was a Charlotte. What was that? Samurai Showdown. I remember Samurai Showdown.
Oh, that was a good game too.
Yo, Samurai Showdown, and you could only, I was only able to play this in the arcade.
Yep. Yep. There was the guy with the
Oh,
dog that attacked you.
this one, Neo Geo. Oh my goodness, this is one of the best games in the arcade back in the days.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So I feel like this is where we are right now. We're still very early in this new adventure of technology.
Yeah,
Even though video games are old, it's like there's been a big reset because now there's AR, now there's VR, now there's, suits that you can wear that like if you play certain video games and you get shot, you can feel it. And like I think people are already demanding certain things and it's like, yo, relax. I
that's
bet you when this
crazy.
came out, people were demanding certain things too, and it's like, yo, chill, give it a little bit of time.
Or they weren't, and then somebody came up with the 3D version where Mario 64, right? Because
Mhm.
everybody had Mario,
I
and
had before that shit was
and then
awesome.
and then you had Mario up until like right before Nintendo 64. You never seen a 3D Mario. Everything was 2D. And if people were satisfied with that, even with Mario World for Super Nintendo, when that came out, it was more polished, but it was still 2D.
Still
But
side scrolling.
if you would have asked me, can it get better? At that moment, I would have been like, nah, it can't get no better. This looks amazing. You see Yoshi, you see it was perfect.
Get better? How? That would be my response. Like, how's this going to get better than this?
And then what happened? Nintendo 64 came out, and now you got a
Oh,
3D Mario. Even though the actual game is really scary. I don't know if you guys know about Mario. Is a really deep, sad and depressing game. And I think that the generation of kids that grew up playing that Nintendo 64 Mario are messed up in the head. I have to say it out loud, guys. I'm sorry. Because that game, the soundtrack to that game is scary. Everything was depressing. If you notice, in all the other Marios, there was always clouds and blue skies. But in Nintendo 64, it was dark rooms with no windows. It was scary. It was scary. And I think that would have messed up a child's head. I'm not too sure, man, but
so I just feel that we're still in the very beginning, new stage of entertainment for people, and because people are already used to video games and technology, that they're just impatient.
yeah. And then when Nintendo 64 came out with the 3D Mario, at that moment you're like, "Oh, we did it. This looks 3D." You never thought it could get better until look at now. This looks realistic. AI is creating realistic 3D models that you can't even. I mean, I think that we're just too early, right? We're just
Yeah, I
too
think
early.
people need to relax. You got to think that the first Virtua Fighter, I think that it said back there, came out like 2003 or some shit like that. I don't know. I don't know if I just saw that randomly in my head. I'm just making this shit up.
Wow. All
But
right.
look how long it's been around and where it is now.
Metal Slug. Did you guys ever play Metal
Oh,
Slug in
Metal
the
Slug was
arcade?
the shit.
Oh man, Metal Slug is one of the best games ever.
So look at this.
Oh, I love this game. We should have a Metal Slug. We're gonna have to figure out how to play Metal Slug in the Discord because I know that we can play video games together.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to figure out how to play Metal Slug in the Discord, and we're gonna make it happen. Okay, so top three IPs. You said X Men,
Mm-hmm. Street Fighter,
Street Fighter, and what's your third one?
Mario.
Oh fuck. Oh, Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mario.
Yeah. Or if I really had to choose, like outside of that, it'd be some sport. Some sport.
Ooh, because sport
That's
will
what
bring up.
draw people. Like if you had NBA or soccer or the NFL or whatever, if you had any of those, that's a huge market of people. Could you imagine if you had
Yeah.
like if you had a football team NFT and when you showed up to the game you got like a free beer or a free hot dog or
Oh,
or
that'd
a
be
you
crazy.
get a collector's ticket or anything like that.
Wow. Facts. Yo, shout outs to Big A. It's his birthday today. Make some noise for Big
Hey,
A.
happy
That's right.
birthday to you.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday to
You win.
you. Yo,
Happy
celebrate
birthday
day
to
with us.
ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop.
There you go.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. Yo, shout outs to Big A, man. Happy birthday to you, man. Shoot me a DM, man. I got something for you. Shoot me a
You could be
DM.
anywhere in the world, but you here with us.
You be here with us. Mad Max, happy birthday, Big A. Ooh, Tekken 3. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys my three IPs.
Go.
Mario.
Oh.
I would love to see a Mario drop.
Mm.
Oh,
I
I would
want to
love to.
Bowser.
Ooh. Oh. And the thing with Mario is that they could do so much with it. They could do so much with it. They could drop a golden moment Mario and have the regular Mario 1 and then drop a Mario 2 Mario. But then with the Mario 2, you could do Mario 3, and then you could have him with a raccoon tail. You could have him with the frog suit. You could have a different Mario. You could have Mario. You could have a Nintendo 64 Mario. You could have the original Mario with Donkey Kong. You know, the original Mario. You can. There's so much you could do with Mario. Oh, okay. If besides Bowser, because we already know Bowser is the #1 villain. Besides Bowser, what other Mario villain would you like to see?
I want the big bullet.
Oh, the big bullet. I will take the plant.
Oh,
Or the little mushroom guys that are just walking side to side.
I forgot what they're called. I don't know what these things are called.
Oh, man, that would be legendary. Mario would be legendary.
Yeah.
Mario speedrun.
Oh, I've seen these.
I love watching these.
People just killing it in Mario. You're like, man.
It looks like I'm playing. Look. Oh, all right, guys, I'm about to play Mario.
Just cut this dude out real
Just
quick.
cut him out real quick, yeah.
Slide aside and be like, all right, here we go.
That's in the show. That's why I called it speed run. We're gonna have 15 minutes in the show where we're gonna speed through questions, and I called it speed run because people love doing video game speed runs.
Oh yeah, I could totally see that. It's just like it's like a memorization. You're like, I remember where everything is. Go 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah. That'll be cool. Resident Evil, GTA, Grand Theft Auto would be cool, but I'm not too excited about Grand Theft Auto.
There's not like, I mean, there are some like noticeable characters, but I never really played. Oh, you know what? I played GTA 5. There's a great story to it. But in general, most people just play GTA because you can do whatever you want. And I think that's what people like GTA for. Like after I played the game, I beat the game of GTA. After that, I'd still play. But not because I wanted to keep playing the story. It was just like, oh, now I'm going to go in here. I'm going to kill some people. I'm going to rob a bank. Me and my friends are going to get together. We're going to rob a bank. We're going to do this.
Oh, yeah, it's too much fun.
You know what I mean?
It's too much fun.
Yeah, you're just in there just wiling out. So I don't think their IP is strong enough to be like, to sell me a GTA IP thing. Unless you're going to come out with a GTA song.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if we got GTA IP, then we should get the condos and the vehicles.
Yeah.
That'll be cool.
Yeah, but that's only if they're going to come out with the game for it. Like, I don't know if anyone's going to buy the GTA character.
Yeah. No GTA character. Thank you. No GTA character. But I'm going to take Mario Brothers 1, Nintendo, as an IP. My second IP would have to be, it's going to sound weird.
Okay.
Levi's. Because I'm thinking fabrics.
I would go Nike.
I'm thinking fabrics, and I'm thinking what's timeless in the real world? A pair of jeans.
Nike already has NFTs, don't they? Though with Artifact.
They do. I don't know what that is, but I'm just trying to think of like denim pants.
Denim.
Like official denim Levi's. Like your avatar is gonna have a pair of jeans, but they could be H&M. Nobody wants those. Everybody wants Levi's. So I think that having Levi's, maybe not. All right. I'm gonna cancel my Levi's one. That one was trash. I'm gonna cancel my Levi's.
You know, hey, hold on. Hold 1 second. I wanna jump in on what you're saying real quick. So initially earlier when I told you about the blank houses, right? I think in the future we're gonna have blank houses, blank cars, and blank clothing. Like basically, I'm just gonna buy, 5 or 10 of the exact same shirt, and this shirt is gonna be able to. Your goggles are gonna recognize my shirt as being a Gucci shirt, and I'm gonna pay $30 for this NFT. And now whenever I wear this shirt, I can alternate whatever shirt it is. And today I just have the Gucci shirt on. And I got, instead of paying $500 for the Gucci shirt, I just paid $30 because they didn't even have to, produce any fabric. It's just going to be digitally there. Your goggles or your iPhone or whatever phone you use is going to recognize my phone and my goggles as we walk past each other. And when you look at me, my phone is going to tell your phone that I'm wearing a Gucci shirt. When you look, it's going to look like a Gucci shirt. And I think that's going to happen to cars. I think one day they're going to have blank cars. Your car is like, The cars are just going to look really generic, and you're going to have your Lambo, and you're going to apply the skin to your car. And when you drive past people, their goggles are going to see your Lamborghini.
Ooh. Mm.
I wanted to do houses. I wanted to do building skins. Like, you buy an NFT for your house, but now my house doesn't look like a house; it looks like a castle.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy.
You know?
That'd be great. You could turn it into anything, really.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So what's your third? What's your third? Well, you just got rid of.
I just got rid of the Levi's. That was trash. I would say Tesla. I want a Tesla. Why not? Give me a Tesla. I'll take Elon Musk's IP as one. So then we'll get rockets, even though they blow up while still on Earth. Well, we'll take a rocket. We'll take a Tesla. I don't know. We just have the best already. I would say Disney, but we have Disney. I'm trying to think. And obviously, like Rambo, RoboCop, these are IPs that I would love that we already have. One IP I would bring, if I was to think of bringing people in to, I would say soccer, like football. I would bring FIFA. If we brought FIFA in here, it'd be over. I think that maybe Gucci, something like that. I don't know. A Halo would be awesome. I love Halo, by the way, guys. I loved Halo. I love Halo. And
It would be good.
Halo would be good. Halo would be good. Did you ever play Halo?
Yeah, I just never really got good at it. I used to really be into Call of Duty and Counter Strike.
Dope.
Yeah.
I want a question mark block. What about Halo? A lot of cool aliens, vehicles, and guns aside from Master Chief.
Yeah, like
Halo's
the
dope.
Warthog. If you got a Warthog, that'll be fresh.
That would be fresh. But there's still nothing recognizable because if they create this, anybody can create a vehicle, and I wouldn't tell the difference.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The mostly Nintendo theme. Oh, Ronnie Lido painted a 45-foot tall by 40-foot wide rock climbing mural that was mostly Nintendo themed. Ooh, Sonic seems right up Vivi's alley. To be fair, if we have Ubisoft, it shouldn't be hard for us to get Sega.
Sonic's not bad.
Sonic would be cool. Actually, the Sonic movies, I just saw the Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 with Jim Carrey. It was all right. A little cheesy, but I enjoyed it.
Kids movie.
Yeah, it's cool.
I haven't seen it. I gotta see. 90% of my time on GTA 5 is spent grief killing people.
Facts. H&M, laughing. That could be done without fabric. Yeah, that could be done without fabric. In the early 1980s, I was always in the arcade spending quarters on Galaga, Centipede, Asteroids, Pac-Man, Street Fighter, etc. Me too, Crazy Dan. Me too.
Yeah.
For me, it was the 90s.
I used to ask my mom to give me like $2, and she would drop me off at this place that used to be called Carnival. And they had all the video games, like all the arcade machines. They had like, now I'm an adult, maybe like 200 arcade machines, but they had all the games.
Yeah.
That was the spot. That was the spot.
Yeah, we used to have one called Family Arcade, and I didn't really start hitting arcades until like 91, 90, like maybe 89, because I was born in 82.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't until like I was like maybe 8 where I started walking up to arcades and trying to play Pac-Man. There was this taco spot that we went to in LA. It's called Chabelitas. It's by the 10th Freeway in Western Avenue. Real dangerous one because everybody used to get shot over there. But that's the one we used to go to, and they always had a row of like 10 arcades with a bunch of games in there. And I was just in there. I was in there. I love it. What's your favorite Halo? My favorite Halo is Halo 2. And I don't know if I should show you guys something. I should probably get out of here. I could show you guys a little Easter egg. I used to be a real gamer. I'm not going to do it. But I used to make video game YouTube videos during the time that Halo 2 and all these games were actually popping. Me and Casper used to do a bunch of video game themed videos. And I was going to put one up because they're really embarrassing, but I'm not going to do that. So I love Halo 2. That's my favorite
like
Halo.
People make money doing that with GTA. They role play with GTA. There's a lot of people that create like little mini series with them and their friend, and they on GTA, and they get a lot of views.
They do get a lot of views.
They get a lot.
Transformers would be dope. Calvin and Hobbes and Peanuts IP. That'd be dope.
That'd be cool.
Soul Reaver, Metal. It's like funny because you can't say nothing that beats what we have.
It's hard.
It's hard.
Like Gundam Wing, Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z. That's dope. That's dope. Dragon Ball Z would be dope. They were good times in the early YouTube days. Facts. Halo 2 was amazing. Dual wielding. Facts. Facts. All right. I think I might have to get out of here, man. We've been on here for like 2 hours. How do you
Hmm.
feel, Steve? You tired?
No, man. I think conversations like this, in the very beginning, how we're talking about what we want to do for the community and how we help. I think sometimes having these conversations in front of the community is beneficial because then they see that you're trying to do the best you can with what you got to make the most people feel as good as possible. And I think a lot of times when these things happen behind closed doors, people will have a certain idea about you or think that you're acting a certain way. But when we do it like this openly to the community, it makes it a little, it makes it, makes it feel better. Like you can be like, because one day if VeveArcade really blows up and it's really up and running, these conversations aren't going to be able to be had so openly. And I think if you are one of the first few people or one of the early people to be here, this is something that's going to keep you in the project because you can be like, oh man, I remember I met this guy, or I was one of the first few followers and all these things. And you kind of grow like this emotional attachment. So I think
Yeah.
these conversations are necessary as the project grows. I mean, obviously, once you reach a certain point, I'm sure you're going to reach a point where you can't really have these conversations as open. And so I think now is
Maybe. Maybe.
I mean, we can always say whatever, whatever we want. But at some point, like there's gonna have to be some sort of confidentiality so that you can move and create what you want without somebody else like jumping on and doing it before you, or or
Right.
just
Right. Right.
or whatever. So I think
Which
as
would
of
be which would be cool because if somebody else does another trivia, we do one with Vault, and the more I think the more the merrier. It's just hard right now because there's no views. I mean, I think they're good, but
mm,
everybody else complains saying that we never had this channel during the bull run, so we don't know. But
mm,
everybody sometimes complains on how the views were during the bull run. And
mm,
if you notice, a lot of YouTubers don't YouTube anymore because the views aren't the same as what they used to be. You
yeah.
know, but to me, this is a lot. To me, this is a lot. So
And even then, you're gonna build a strong. If you have a strong community when there's nothing happening, then when something's really happening, is really gonna be on and cracking.
on and cracking. Well, everybody, man, we really appreciate everybody that joined us, man. We are doing this live. We are out here with Steve, Kid Arcade. Steve, is there anything you want to plug before we get out of here?
I would like to say thank you to everybody. And if you guys are ever in Las Vegas, check us out. Ninja Karaoke. We got 2 bars in Las Vegas, 2 locations. You come through, you got a Kid Arcade, I got you on a drink. You got a VV NFT, I got you on a shot. Come through,
That's
say
dope.
what's up. If you guys want to get some tattoos, you got to hit up Kid Arcade. I got some from him already. I'm sure I'm going to get some more. Um, I want to say thank you to the whole community. I know there's people that are sometimes going through the ups and downs, but I want to say thank you to the whole community for writing this out, for supporting this channel and making it possible where somebody could get it in and out for doing what they love.
That's right, y'all.
You know,
Internet.
it more.
Yeah, facts. Yo, shout outs to everybody. Evolve, I see you. Doctor in the building. What's good? Awesome talk and feedback session, fellas. Thank you, Delilah. We really appreciate you for joining us and really supporting us. We really do see it and we feel it. So thank you, you and Hinano and everybody in here, man. Doctor Vicente, what's good, Vicente? Everybody, Pappy. Pappy is like, I feel weird calling a grown man Pappy. It's like, what's up, Pappy? Ooh, champagne Poppy. I can't do that. So, Pappy, I'm going to call you 71. That's right. What's good to Evolve? Ronnie Lido, 7 in the building. Crazy Dan, 420. Good times, y'all. All right. I think we're getting out of here.
Yes, sir.
Peace, love. Let's take a deep breath on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, man. I
Good
got to
time.
wake up. Steve, man, I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Appreciate you too, man. I'll talk to you a little bit later today.
Peace.
Everybody.